country is Japan. And now I'm going to tell you about similarities and differences, culture and working culture between Indonesia and Japan. The first one is similarities culture between Indonesia and Japan are famous for country whose residents are friendly to each other and tourists. And Indonesia and Japan both use rice as their daily staple food. And Japan is also a country consisting of islands, the same as our country, Indonesia. And Japan itself, there are several large islands that are inhabited by many people. And cultural differences between Indonesia and Japan is that most Indonesian people usually eat with their hand, and in Japan, they usually eat using chopstick. And differences between Japanese and Indonesian culture is that Japanese people usually go to the public place and their place to work used by the bicycle or public transportation like train or bus, while in Indonesia, mostly Indonesian people who go to the public place and working place, they are use their motorcycle or their car. So Indonesia happen a lot of traffic jams because many Indonesian people use their private transportation. And the similarities about working culture in Indonesia and Japan is Indonesia and Japan has the same working hours, like 8 hours per day, and starting at 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. And the second is Indonesia and Japan have the same working concept, including creative, innovative, and productive work. Both of the countries also work neatly and wearing working attire. And if employees who chat are playing smartphone while they working, can make employees feel negatively. And differences of working culture between Indonesia and Japan is the way how to respect each other. Is Indonesia people greet their superior of our suffering nets by smiling and shaking hand, while Japanese people way respecting by bowing. And Japanese people really value time and they are always on time and prioritize their work. While Indonesian people work overtime to make more money. And before they are starting work, in Japan, Japanese people usually do gymnastics together in the office yard or in the office, inside office. While in Indonesia, their supporter must immediately ask for his employees to do their work. So that's for me. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Wirawan. I will tell you about the difference and the similarities about my home country in Indonesia and my dream country Singapore. The legal system in Indonesia is based on civil law, while Singapore's legal system is based on the English common law in general. Common law courts abide by past judgment in examining an issue, while in civil law system codes and statutes are designed to cover all cases. Starting a business in Indonesia can be complex and time-consuming for foreigners, who will have to seek approval from the Indonesia Investment Coordinating Board before doing business. Corporate entities in Singapore include private limited company, subsidiary company, representative office, and sole proprietorship, while it takes only 24 hours and 2 procedures to incorporate a company in Singapore. It takes 3 to 6 months and as many as 9 procedures to form a company in Indonesia. The only things that shares the same similarities between Indonesia and Singapore is the working time, which takes 8 hours, even up to 12 hours. That's it for me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Zeta. So today I'm going to tell you about the similarities and the different culture between my home country and my dream country. So my dream country is Dubai and I came from Indonesia. The first cultural similarity between Indonesia and Dubai is that the majority of the people follow Islam. Now, the part for the difference between Indonesia's and Dubai's working culture. First thing was the working week goes from Sunday to Thursday, while Friday and Saturday are rest days in Dubai. In the Arabic culture, Friday is the day for special prayers and family gatherings. During Ramadan, working hours are shortened by 2 or 3 depending on the organization, while Indonesia working week goes from Monday until Friday, which means the weekend goes from Saturday until Monday. Second thing, at Dubai you should really be careful with the professional dress code. It is conservative, and the clothes should cover arms and legs for both men and women. Avoid flashy colors at work, while in Indonesia you should wear formal clothes without paying attention about your skin, even though both Dubai and Indonesia were countries with majority Muslim people.
Hello, my name is Ananta Firdawsi, and here I want to tell you about the similarities and difference between Indonesian and my dream country is America. The first one, the similarities is the size. Both are big countries with a different culture in different part of the countries, or between Indonesia and America. Like what you live in Jakarta, it will be different from what you live in Papua. It seems like in America. Yes, and then the generosity. US people give the love of charity, while we don't give as much to charity, but people are very ready to help all their friends, strangers, beggars, and the other people. Strangely, the poor or low middle class people in Indonesia are the most generous from what I've observed. And last then, the religious tolerance. Despite the fundamentalists and intolerance in some place, there is rising tolerance and understanding of the importance of the dialogue between various religions. And the next one is the difference between Indonesian and America. Most Indonesians speak 2 or more language, usually at least bahasa and a native Indonesian language. Some plus speak English, Chinese, Arabic, or some other in Indonesia. But in the US, most people only speak one language, and culturally, it is not accepted to speak anything more than English. And then, most Indonesians don't have sense and sentiment. They will wait in line for a long time without complaining. They will tolerate bad traffic. They accept that things are not perfect. In the US, by contrast, many Americans are entitled. They are more like to complain about anything that goes wrong instead of trying to make the most of whatever the situation is. And last, Indonesian culture value avoiding conflict. Most local try to avoid dispute or hostility. This is typical of most Asian culture. In contrast, in the US, people can be outright abrasive and aggressive. Minor dispute can turn into physical altercation. Maybe that's for me. Thank you.